Roughly 1,100 square miles of these forests are cut down every year, around 80% of them illegally. These forest loss hurts much more than the trees and the wildlife, as it also increased nearly half of the country's greenhouse emissions.
This is your country. This is Peru. Peru is one of the 10 most biodiverse countries in the world, with over 33,000 people who depend directly on the country's forests for their livelihoods, and countless more who depend on the numerous products the rainforest provides.
Since 2002, WWF Peru works with Awajún, Ashaninka, Arahuanca, Yine, Eseja, and Shipibo indigenous communities to develop their technical and commercial capacities to improve their living standards and have a sustainable use of their resources. They manage 400,000 hectares of communal forests. They produce and commercialize timber and brazil nuts, supporting the conservation of their forests. The treated areas were Loreto, Madre de Dios, Ucayali, and Junín.
Forest management laws face a problem on the permit system for timber extraction in indigenous peoples' territories. These permits facilitate the extinction of illegal timber and exploitation within indigenous territories. Unfortunately, some communities have established extraction contracts with timber companies due to their lack of knowledge. Hence, the current modality of harvesting does not allow for an increase in the income of indigenous people, also leading to unsustainable harvesting of highly valued timber species, both at the national and international level. In each project site, a regional zonal team has been assigned, formed by a regional coordinator and a forest and business specialist. The indigenous communities also participate. WWF Peru is responsible for the financial and technical administration of the project in the regions of Loreto and Ucayali. This project has 4 objectives. 1 is to strengthen the socio-organizational capacities of indigenous communities in order to guarantee a total knowledge of their collective rights, promoting land tenure and sustainable management of their territories and natural resources. Number 2 is to provide indigenous communities with the technical tools as well as the necessary technology to facilitate sustainable management of their forests. 3. The project will make sure that indigenous people will have the necessary resources to negotiate with third parties and manage viable, profitable, and sustainable enterprises in the long run. So, this project will promote the conservation and sustainable management of the Peruvian Amazon tropical forests and will strengthen the modernization process of the forest sector in Peru, contributing to poverty reduction and indigenous people's exploitation, allowing that the Peruvian tropical forests fulfill their economic, social, and environmental functions expected at the local, national, and global scale.
The Indigenous Forest Empowerment Proposal involves indigenous communities and thus have a strengthened interaction among the community. The proposal is adapted to each indigenous community, to their ecosystem, production options, history, and interest groups. Several perspectives were integrated in the project: the forest, social, economical, cultural, legal, administrative, and technological.